Hey, get money all day, get money all night. Sip my drink, ho, let's get right. Getting paid, I'm getting paid.
Hey, welcome back, Cowboys Nation. It's your boy Ray, host of Ray Race Cowboys, and also I am the host over at Ray Race Podcast. Hey, real quick, do me a favor. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow all things we got going on here on this channel for all your Cowboy needs. And if you like stuff outside of the Dallas Cowboys, entertainment, interviews with entrepreneurs, athletes, entertainers, go follow me over there at Ray Race Podcast. That's going to be the content for you. Cool. Man, we just had that first game of the season against the Eagles. We come up short. 20-24, but I'm not mad about it. I saw a lot of good things, a lot of things that Cowboys fans should be excited for. That's what we're going to talk about today. So no further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, before we get into today's video, guys, I really want to talk to y'all about an amazing event called the Cowboys Experience. Man, if you're a Cowboys fan, you love the Dallas Cowboys, you need to be coming to these events. We will have these events every Saturday prior to Cowboys home games. The first one is going to be on September 13th. You can see Cowboys players there signing autographs. We're going to have the Dallas Cowboys there, aka the Dallas Maniacs out there. The USA Cheerleaders. My guy DJ Blackbeard, the official Cowboys DJ. Also, you have an opportunity to win $10,000. So make sure you come out. Make sure you can enter your chance to win that $10,000. All right, so come out, Cowboys Experience. First one September 13th, located at the Toyota Pavilion in Los Colinas. Trust me, bring your family out. You're gonna enjoy it. Now let's get into this video. All right, like I said, real quick, make sure you like and subscribe, following all things here for me. All right, so let's break down this 20-24 loss to those Philadelphia trash pigeons, as I like to call them. All right, there's a lot of good things, a lot of positive things that we could take away from that game. Even though we lost, we are a couple of plays away from, I think, possibly beating the Eagles by 2 touchdowns, man. Man, there's so much to dive into on this. Let's start off with this. Let's talk about, since we got, the ball first in the game. Let's start off with the offensive side of the ball, all right? So, that first drive, Javonte Williams, he scored a touchdown, and that looked really, really good to me. The way he was running the ball, he didn't have the flashiest of numbers in that game, but he produced. Our guy Javonte had 15 rushing attempts in the game for 54 rushing yards, 3.6 yards an attempt. His longest rush for 11 yards. Like I said, he had those 2 crucial touchdowns. Hey, if you got him in a fantasy, you probably got some good fantasy points. Hopefully, you didn't have him on the bench. But no, I like the way he was finishing runs. It was absolutely amazing. The Cowboys had 2 rushing touchdowns yesterday. I believe we only had 6 all of last year. So that's really encouraging seeing that. Miles Sanders, he had that long run. Miles Sanders, he had, 4 rushing attempts for 53 yards, 13.2 yards per carry, that long 49 yard rush. Then, of course, he had that crucial fumble. Personally, in that situation, I think after he made that run, I would have put Javonte Williams back in the game. But I figured they were trying to let him score because he did all their work to get us down there into position to score. I think they wanted to reward him. We'll let him try to get a touchdown there. But personally, in my opinion, down there in the red zone, I think I would have went with Javonte Williams. But, to me, Miles Sanders, I don't know if he's got that burst. I don't know if he was tired or what it was, but normally, a couple years ago, Miles Sanders would have finished their run off and that would have been a touchdown, and that could have, probably changed the outcome of this game. Also, we saw what CeeDee did. CeeDee was looking good early on in the game. Yes, he had those crucial drops, and a couple one of those drops, again, could have changed the outcome of this game. CeeDee has 7 catches, 110 yards, 15.7 yards per reception, with the longest catch being a 32-yarder. So from the offense, man, I saw a lot of good things. Dak Prescott looked really, really good, and that should be really encouraging. All those balls he were throwing were hitting the guys where they need to be hit. They gave him a 90 grade 90% of his passes were on target. 90%. And if you like PFF, they gave him a 90 grade for this game. People are going to say, oh, he only had 188, passing yards and no touchdowns. But if you look at all the throws he made, most of them, they're all there. They were there. The team receivers, they just got to finish. But for anyone that's out there saying, oh, Dak cost him the game, obviously they don't know football. Don't even argue with them people, because Dak looked cerebral to me. One of the things too we should definitely talk about is what Clayton Adams and Connor Riley are doing with this offensive line. Man, they looked really good. Even our boy Tyler Guyton was getting there, getting physical. You see that move where he smacked the dude on the side of the head? Man, that had me rolling. So I'm very encouraged. What this Cowboys team was doing from the play calling. I think Coach Schottenheimer called a really great game. Um, so encouraged from what I saw. Like I said, you make some minor tweaks here and there, man, it's gonna be special. It's gonna be special. All right. So let's talk about the defense side of the ball. I mean, they started off kind of rough. Jalen Hurts was running all over the field on this team, but after the second half, the Cowboys defense was able to get that in check, man, which was really good. Everyone wants to talk about the trade we did, sending Micah Parsons. So I want to give you all this stat here. Okay, I think it's really important. Again, like I said, we talked about Kenny Clark being a part of the Micah Parsons trade. All right, so Kenny Clark had 5 tackles. Four of them were versus the run in his debut. And here's a key stat: 2.8 rushing yards were allowed per carry when Clark was on the field, but 6.6 rushing yards were allowed when he was off the field. Okay, so that's nearly a 4 yard difference from when he was on the field versus off the field. All right, on a per carry basis, that's huge. That is huge. So you can see there's a little bit of work that needs to be done on this defense, but you see that there's a lot of stuff to work with here on this defense. It really is. So this should be encouraging. A lot of guys did good. Trevon Diggs, he great coverage grade. He only allowed 1 reception against him. Now that blitz he did, he could have made that tackle, but that's neither here nor there. But Trevon Diggs looked good. The one issue I did have was how they broke up the snaps with the linebackers. To me, Maris Leofau only getting 6 snaps on defense. That doesn't sit right with me. And they had Damone Clark out there a lot. I like Damone Clark, but I think personally, Maris Leofau is a much better linebacker. I would love to see Maris Leofau get more opportunities. Another guy I think needs to get more opportunities, James Houston. When he got into the game, man, I think he was starting to make an impact. So it took a while for this defense to kind of just settle in, but once they did, they were able to contain Saquon. Saquon only had 60 yards rushing. So you're able to do that. The guy had over 2,000 yards rushing last year. For you to only contain him to 60 yards, hey, you're doing something good. There's a formula there. There's something there to them stopping the run like they said they want to do. It's more specifically what Jerry Jones said, and stopping the run. Um, but pass rush started coming around towards the end of the game. So if they were able to be this active at the beginning part of the game, like I said, I think this score would have been a different outcome. Essentially, the Cowboys beat themselves. But I'm very encouraged from what I saw. You did this against the defending Super Bowl champions. Next week we got the Giants, and I'm expecting us to come out and beat the crap out of the Giants if I'm being 100%. But there's a lot of positive things to take away from this game. Uh, Even though we didn't win, there's a lot to take away from it. So down in the comments below, tell me what were some of your favorite things in the game, what stood out to you in the game, or what are some things you think this team needs to work on. Comment that below. Again, if you would please go like, subscribe, follow all things Ray Ray's Cowboys, and if you like stuff outside of the Cowboys world, go over and watch me over at Ray Ray's podcast over there. Real quick, I want to shout something out for y'all. I want to make sure y'all come out September 13th to our first Cowboys experience. What this is going to be, it's going to be an event where we have some of the Cowboys players out signing autographs. We're going to have the USA cheerleaders out. My guy DJ Blackbeard spinning. So for all the Cowboys fans, come out September 13th from 2 to 4 at the Toyota Pavilion in Las Colinas. It's going to be a great, great, amazing event. Please come tap in with us. Again, be sure to subscribe, like. Always remember, you're beautiful, you love, you need it, you're alive for a reason, okay? And always, always, always go Cowboys. It's your boy Ray. I'm gonna catch y'all next time, all right? We out.
Hey, get money all day, get